Hi everybody, it's Brian again, back here with another look at the Nintendo Power that I have. This is Nintendo Power issue number 21, and this is from February 1991. Has one of the very, very big games of that year, Star Tropics. Very fun game. You see here, this is actually like a paper-made background, which is really cool. Everything's like paper-made. It just looks awesome, and the cover is just, I really like the cover. You see here at Star Tropics on the front. This retailed for $3.50 in the US or $4.50 in Canada. And don't miss Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, Ultimate Quest of the Avatar, plus Game Boy Round Ball Roundup. So let's open it up and take a look. Classic Nintendo Power ad. Unmask the power animal in you. Okay, here we go. So you see here, power line. In this month's feature, we turn you on to our power meters and look behind the scene at Nintendo headquarters to see how games are rated. Don't miss the special report. The meters are more important than you might imagine. After all, they're a direct line to the pros' opinions. Compare your own ratings to the pros. Can you spot a winner? Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Real arcade action at home finally. Ultima, the quest for the Avatar. The latest in the famous PC series is the best yet. The word is that this Nintendo version is better than the original. And here you see the contents for Volume 21, February 1991. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Kabuki Quantum Fighter. Star Tropics. Magician. Ultimate Quest of the Avatar. In video updates, we have Now Playing. Pack Watch. The Game Boy reviews, we have Gremlins 2, Round Ball Roundup. In Your Face NBA All-Stars Challenge. Players Forums, we have Players Pulse, Top 30. NES Achievers. Tips from the Pros, Howard and Nestor Comic. Special Report, Power to the Players. And a look at the power meter, which I discussed earlier. Info Zone, we have Players Pulse, Celebrity Profiles, Bulletin Board, and a next issue preview. Look at the mailbox, Game Boy, faster than a speeding bullet. I was on a very, very boring 4-hour drive from the New Jersey Shore, PA to Pasadena, Maryland, so I decided to whip out my Game Boy. I was playing Tetris, when all of a sudden, screech. My dad slammed on the brakes. There was an accident ahead, and he was a little too quick at applying the brakes. The momentum tore the Game Boy from my hands and out of the side window. Beep was the last sound it made as it flew down, down, down over the bank. Before my family or I knew what I was doing, I was out of the car and flying over the railing. I've never moved so fast. While we waited about an hour for the accident to clear, my sister and I looked for the Game Boy. Finally, I faintly heard the music to Tetris. To my surprise, when I recovered my Game Boy, it didn't have a scratch on it. The rest of the way to Maryland, I had a tight grip on it. Nice launch, Jim. If the Soviet cosmonaut hadn't already taken their Game Boys into orbit, you might have a record. So there's all kinds of cool letters here. Holy nest, Batman, it's indestructible. I read that you wanted to hear about disasters. Well, I have a good one for you. I started when my family moved. I put my nest in its box to be moved with the rest of our stuff. When the truck arrived at our new house, I ran out and immediately started to dig for my nest. To my amazement, a chair had fallen and the leg was stuck in the nest box. When I saw it, I freaked out. I opened it up, and it looked terrible. There was a big hole punched in the top of the control deck. I cleaned out the broken plastic and put in Super Mario Bros. 2. And wow, it worked. You can see the game pack through the hole, but it worked fine. And he said, warning, when moving, avoid placing chairs loaded with heavy objects on top of control deck holes. Of your control deck. Holes caused by chair legs are not considered normal wear and tear and not covered in your warranty. We can repair your control deck, Jason. Call our consumer service department at 1-800-255-3700 to make arrangements. I wanted to drop you a line to let you know what a help Nintendo Power the Super Mario Bros. 3 Strategy Guide was. My first issue. It arrived just in time. With its help, I beat Koopa. I had purchased a few back issues at a local toy store. I'm writing because I noticed that most of the items were about young kids. When I got my hands on the November-December 1989 issue, I was delighted to see the poem by 75-year-old William Covery. I don't know Mr. C, but he's my kind of grandpa. I want you to know that all my friends are in their mid-20s and older, and those of us who have kids play NES video games more than the kids do. A lot of your readers are adults and proud of it. A funny thing happened to me when I received Tetris for Christmas last year. I became Tetrisized. One day I stopped at the corner store to get a Pepsi. I saw an arcade Tetris game there, and I couldn't help myself. I dropped in a quarter and began playing, not really noticing the kids playing next to me. After I completed 4 or 5 tetrads in a row, the boys began watching me play. I set a high score on the machine. By the time I finished, one boy turned to the other two and said, "Wow, check out that old lady's score." I'm 34 and have 2 kids of my own. Move over, children. Mama's on a roll. And here it is, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Here's the power meter they were talking about. Graphics and sound, 3.9. Play control, 4.1. Challenge and excitement, 4.3. Theme and fun, 4.0. This was a very, very good game. And I don't really have to say much about it. Everybody knows about this game. I had lots of fun memories playing this with my friend's house. Just a lot of times. Very fun. They added in, I think, 2 extra levels compared to the arcade game. Here's a look at the Howard and Nestor comic. Kabuki Quantum Fighter. Classified information. Here's a look at Star Tropics. Gremlins 2, I never played it on the Game Boy, but I have played it on the NES. This one looks like a side-scroller compared to the top-down view of the NES one. Magician, I remember renting this, very hard game, don't remember much about it other than it being very hard. They're talking about how to read their power meters in reviews. I was kind of confused at this graph. I still am. As a kid, I was confused, and as an adult, I'm still confused at this graph. These kind of graphs. They have little tags next to it: role-playing, adventure, sports, arcade classics, all family in action. Ultima Quest of the Avatar. Counselor's Corner. Dragon Warrior 2, where is the jailer's key? Maniac Mansion, how do I open the safe? Legend of Zelda, how do I get through the Lost Woods and Lost Hills? Win a trip to FASA's Chicago Battletech Center. It's a virtual reality simulation. Second prize winner receive Battletech board games. Third prize gets a Nintendo Power t-shirt. Now playing, we have Galaxy 5000, Shadow of the Ninja, Ski or Die, Isolated Warrior, The Cryon Conquest, North and South. Here we have the top 30. Number 1 is Super Mario Bros. 3. You can see it's been on there for 5 months. This will continue forever. This game would be number 1. Final Fantasy number 2. That was on there for 2 months. And NES Play Action Football was number 3, and it was on for 2 months. Number 4, Mega Man 2. Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse comes in at number 5. Crystalis, or Chrysalis, comes in at number 6. Dr. Mario, great puzzle game, comes in at number 7. My favorite puzzle game. Number 8, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Tetris comes in at number 9. The Legend of Zelda, number 10. It's been on the top 10 for 14 months. Some other notables. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Konami Ultra is on number 11. Mega Man 3, number 13. Ninja Gaiden 2, number 18. Mega Man the Original, number 26. Zelda 2 The Adventure of Link, number 21. Super Mario Bros. 2, number 16. Celebrity profile, Vlad Divac and AC Green of the Los Angeles Lakers. NES Achievers. Pack Watch, looking out for future games, Adventure Island 2, Star Wars, Double Dragon 3, Super Famicom Showcase, the Super NES is on its way. SimCity, here you see a younger Miyamoto, and Will right there. Scat, Totally Rad, Wolverine and the Terminator. Swordmaster, Dobunga's Ambition 2, The Game Handler, one-handed controller for the NES. Adventures of Lola 3, this is Gossip. Little Mermaid. Another title in Capcom's growing line of NES games. Nintendo Sports Set. Nintendo's new sports set makes for a great way to get into the NES. This new package includes the control deck, 4 controllers, a NES satellite, and a double game pack with Super Spike V-Ball and Nintendo World Cup. Coming soon game-wise, we got Adventure Island 2, Base Wars, which is my favorite baseball game, Beetlejuice, G.I. Joe, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Metal Storm, Mike Ditka's Big Play Football, Monopoly, Princess Tomato and a Salad Kingdom, Swordmaster, Coming later, we got Adventures of Lolo 3, Adventures of Robin Hood, Bill and Ted's Excellent Video Game Adventure, Double Dragon 3, Earthbound, Legends of Diamond, Scat, and Space Shuttle Simulator, and Tailspin. Of course, Earthbound never did come out because it was so close to the Super Nintendo launch, they decided just to scrap it. And here's where you can order back issues, all the way from Volume 7 and up. Nintendo Power Hotline, or the gameplay counseling, I should say. And games in next month, we got Star Tropics again. These are reviews. Metal Storm, G.I. Joe, special report on hardware. They'll take a look at the Nintendo Entertainment System hardware and how it works. It's great reading for anyone who has ever wondered how on-screen characters in action are created. And here is Howard Phillips writes about, Dear Reader, it's not every day that we get the chance to simulate spaceflight with a genuine Soviet cosmonaut at the premiere of Solar Jetman. That's a little write-up about that. So that's it, guys. That is this classic issue of Nintendo Power. This was issue number 21 from February 1991. One of my most remembered covers on the front, just for its beautiful handmade paperwork. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.